We know. You can't wait for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. We are definitely with you there. That said, it's important to know the dark history behind the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles before watching the movie. Hold on to your shells, we're going in.
Man, I love being a turtle.
Number 1. Donatello was once resurrected. In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 44, when Shredder discovers that a ruse was organized at his expense, he demands that Donatello be taken down. After the attack, Donatello is left with a weakened pulse, and Harold Lilia and Professor Honeycutt transplant his soul into a robot, creating a mind-blowing moment in TMNT history. Did you know that there's another mind-blowing moment that never actually made it into the storyline? Number 2. We're talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode Nightmares Recycled. And if you've never heard of it, there's a good reason why. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series on Fox for Kids ran from 2003 through 2009. This series was more of a throwback to the OG comics than its 1987 predecessor series, which made it much darker. One episode, called Nightmares Recycled, was so unpleasant that it was tossed out altogether. The episode highlighted the origin story of the villain Garbage Man. Garbage Man was formerly the conjoined twin of Hun, leader of the Purple Dragons. A back-alley surgeon separated the babies and threw the legless baby in the trash, while the other was raised by their parents. The abandoned baby grew up to become Garbage Man. He was meant to meet his end in the episode by falling into a vat of acid. For obvious reasons, this episode was deemed too disturbing for kids and scrapped. Yet they didn't scrap every disturbing origin story. Number 3. Do you know about Splinter's origin? No matter what version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles you love, you know Splinter as a wise old martial arts master who treats the turtles like his children. He also happens to be a humanoid rat. How Splinter became a rat isn't consistent throughout every iteration, but some versions share a disturbing backstory. In some versions, Splinter is actually Hamato Yoshi, who was mutated into a giant rat by the substance that turned the Ninja Turtles into turtles. In these versions, Splinter frequently tries to turn himself back into a human, but never succeeds. Being trapped in the body of a rat is certainly an unfortunate fate. Another unfortunate fate is missing all the content we've got about your animated favorites on The Things Animated. Like and subscribe to see it all. Number 4. From Splinter's origin to the Turtles' origin, what is our hero's real reason for becoming Ninja Turtles? Splinter wants revenge on Shredder for the crimes he committed against Splinter's master. That's why he trains the Turtles to be the Ninja Turtles we know and love. While we may think of them as goofy guys, they exist solely to exact revenge, which leads us to... Number 5. Shredder's fate. Since their entire purpose is to get back at Shredder, Shredder is basically doomed from the start. In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1, the Turtles were basically hitmen determined to get Shredder. When they come face to face with him on a rooftop, they're pretty ruthless. They stab him repeatedly before throwing him off the roof. Not exactly what a group of good guys would do. Number 6. Speaking of Shredder, do you know where Shredder got his name? TMNT co-creator Kevin Eastman created Shredder while doing the dishes. He put a cheese grater on his forearm and imagined this as a villain's weapon. He considered naming the character the Grater or Great Man, but landed on the more ominous Shredder. A cheese grater as a weapon is pretty disturbing when you think about it. As for another character who's disturbing when you give him more thought, Number 7. It's Mr. Null. Mr. Null was a minor villain in the comics. He seemed to be your run-of-the-mill corrupt businessman who was destroying the environment. Later, readers discovered that he was actually Satan. He sold the Earth to an alien and was determined to destroy all humans. He's best known for his brutal takedown of the mighty Mutanimals, courtesy of killer cyborgs. His dark storyline kept him from being a better-known villain. But it wasn't the darkest storyline in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics. Number 8. The Turtles faced quite a few tragedies in the 1996 Image Comics series. In addition to the aforementioned cyborgification of Donatello, the other Turtles also suffered some trauma. Splinter turned into a vampire bat, and Leonardo lost a hand. Raphael was shot in the face with a laser and left with massive scars. Still, this wasn't Raphael's most disturbing storyline. Number 9. Raphael withstood plenty of trauma. In the early comics, he was young and homeless with no memory of his past or where his family was. He ended up being cared for by a man named Buck until Buck was murdered in front of him. It's clear that he never fully recovered from this tragedy. Number 10. Some of Raphael's dark memories will always stay with him. But do you remember when Leonardo's memories were entirely altered? During the City Fall arc, which took place from issues 22 through 28, Kitsune changes Leonardo's memories and implants a memory of Splinter killing Leonardo's brothers. This causes him to betray his clan and follow Shredder as his master. When the changes to his memory fade, however, Leonardo returns to his friends, but struggles to forgive himself for turning against his group. Number 11. If you go back far enough in the comics, there's a beheading. In issue 50 of the main Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series, Splinter beheads the Foot Clan's leader while a suicide ritual is taking place. It's clear that the Turtles are shocked and traumatized. Number 12. Slash's downfall also qualifies as shocking and traumatizing. During the Battle Lines story arc of issues 86 through 88, a bomb is surgically implanted in Slash. Slash ends up throwing himself out of a plane to ensure that the bomb detonates far away from the heroes. That's some pretty heavy stuff. Number 13. Casey Jones's backstory is equally heavy. When he discovers that his abusive father used to be Hun of the Purple Dragons, Casey finds it difficult to grapple with. When his father attempts to get him to join the Dragons, Casey refuses and he is beaten and nearly meets his end. We're sorry for reminding you of all those morbid mutant moments, but we gotta know, which moment did you find the most surprising? Let's talk about it in the comments, and for more videos like this one, make sure you like and subscribe to the Things Animated for all the latest.